try to understand some more details, some more insights into doing career analysis through Vedic astrology. Because in the last video, in this particular, I would not call it a series, rather I would call this video as a feedback analysis or the feedback video for all the points which we discussed in the last video. So friends, you have to understand this thing that if you have to take into consideration the D9 chart or the Navamsa chart, which any astrologer will give lot of importance while doing the scrutinization of the planets. So what kind of insights D9 chart is going to provide us while doing the career analysis, this is something which I want to tell you over here. So friends, to begin with, in the last video where we discussed this thing, that the information of your career, of your endeavors, of your deeds, we get to know from the 10th house lord or the planet which becomes your 10th house lord. So its placement in your main ascendant chart is going to tell about in which area you're going to exert your duties, you're going to work in this lifetime. Its strength is going to make you very much capable enough to doing your duties with complete efficiency. So all of that we have discussed in the last video, and have also emphasized on this point that whatsoever is actually going to happen in your life, all of that information we get to know from the main ascendant chart. But when we talk about the D9 chart, so what kind of information we can get to know from the D9 chart pertaining to your career? So friends, you have to understand this thing, that to begin with, you are going to look at your main ascendant 10th house lord's placement in the D9 chart to check its true strength, to validate its strength and dignity. Does it have the potential to give you good results or not? And the second thing is that, like the way I always emphasize on this thing, that D9 chart just tells about the most fortunate side of the planets. It is a highly spiritual chart which is being formed by making a 9th division of your zodiac sign from the main ascendant chart. So I mean to say, even if you will take into consideration the 10th house of the D9 chart or the 10th house lord's placement in the D9 chart, it is just going to give you this indication only that what could be the driving force behind your duties in this lifetime. So I mean to say, whatsoever information of the direction of your career you will get to know from the 10th house lord's placement in the main ascendant chart. If you want to understand the aspect of dharma into it, righteousness into it, morals into it, or to be precise, the driving force behind it, for that you need to give attention to the 10th house lord's placement in the D9 chart. So let's say, for example, I will try to simplify it for you people, that if your 10th house lord is going to be placed in the first house, so that could give you this indication that on the plane of the dharma, artha, kama, I mean to say, your deeds are definitely going to be very much, when we talk about your identity, your projection in the society, that might play a very strong role. Let's say, for example, if in the D9 chart your 10th house lord is going to be placed in the second house, so that is going to give us this indication that finances, financial accumulation, materialism could be a driving force behind your deeds. If in your D9 chart the 10th house lord is going to be placed in the third house, so again it's about to put yourself in a strengthened state, proving your mettle could be a driving force behind your deeds, whatsoever the planetary alignments in the main ascendant chart is indicating. If the 10th house lord in the D9 chart is going to be placed in the 4th house, so the driving force behind your career endeavors, behind your deeds could be connected to the concerns of happiness and contentment. When we talk about the placement of the 10th house lord in the D9 chart in the 5th house, so the aspect of devotion and knowledge or the holy scriptures, past life connection could play a very pivotal role. If the 10th house lord's placement in the D9 chart is going to be placed in the 6th house in the D9 chart, so it might give us this indication that you have this notion to prove your mettle and at the same time to oppress any of the competition of all those people who stood against you, or just to give a fighting reply to your opponents or all those people who might not have supported you. Because I've seen in my consulting experience that for many people, like, okay, revenge is not the right word to use, resentment is not the right word to use, but let's say for example all of the adversities which the native might have gone through just in order to prove all of his critics wrong could be a driving force. I've seen this combination in the charts of successful politicians. I've seen this combination in the charts of all those people who make their career in law. So moving ahead guys, let's say for example if you will find the placement of the 10th house lord in the D9 chart in the 7th house, so this could be seen as a very good combination, very good supporting factor to make your mark in this society, be completely independent, and at the same time to get to the position of power, authority. This placement alignment can be seen as a very conducive energy. Let's say for example if your 10th house lord in the D9 chart is going to be placed in the 8th house, so guys there could be the concerns of the instability, there could be the concerns of, and at the same time there could be some inherent secrecy or mystery involved around your deeds in the society. So that is how you can see energies reverberating. Let's say for example if you will find the 10th house lord's placement in the 9th house in the D9 chart. So guys, this just tells about, just because there is a 212 combination which is getting formed over here. So I mean to say, following the righteousness, dharmic code with your deeds might ask you a lot of sacrifice. That is how you can see energies. Let's say for example, if you will find 10th house lord to be placed in the 10th house only in the D9 chart. So I mean to say, you might be free in your will in order to whatsoever change you want to bring in the society by your deeds. So you will definitely find good supporting factors in order to fulfill all of your career related aspirations. Let's say for example, in the D9 chart, if you will find your 10th house lord to be placed in the 11th house. So that is definitely going to give us this indication that the driving force behind your deeds in this lifetime could be somehow connected with your highest of the wishes and aspirations. And friends, the placement of the 10th house lord in the D9 chart in the 12th house is just going to give us this indication that you have this potential to unconditionally, without anything in return, completely unconditionally doing your duty. That is how you can see energies reverberating in the D9 chart. So guys, like the way I've been saying this thing, that whatsoever is going to actually happen in your life, you get to know that information by looking at or giving attention to your 10th house lord's placement in the D1 chart. When we come to D9 chart, I did not say that you have to look at Saturn. I did not even say that you have to follow or track the main ascendant 10th house lord planet. All what I'm trying to tell you over here is that D9 chart is a highly spiritual chart. In this chart, the 10th house lord's placement is definitely going to tell us about the reverberating energies or the driving force, or how much you're going to get the support of the fortune or luck while performing your duties in this lifetime. And let's say for example guys, I will not conclude this video on this vague note only. If I have to even provide you some more insights or some more technique of doing the career related consultation or analysis, I mean to say, so what you have to do is that in your main ascendant chart, out of all the planets, just exclude Rahu and Ketu in it. So amongst the remaining 7 planets, whatsoever planet who will be carrying the highest of the degree, so that planet is going to become your Atma Karaka, the soul significator planet, the planet which holds the capacity to take your soul to the Paramatma, to the divine. And the planet with the second highest degree is going to be labeled as the Amatya Karaka, which is going to tell about your nature of job, your profession, about your deeds. So I mean to say, now listen to this alignment very carefully. So now what you have to do is that you have to first, the step 1 is that you have to find out which planet in your main ascendant chart has got the highest degree, that is your Atma Karaka. The planet with the second highest degree is your Amatya Karaka. You did not include Rahu and Ketu in it. Now the second point is that what you have to do in the D9 chart, you have to see in which sign your Atma Karaka planet is placed. So let's say for example, I will simplify it for you. So if in your main ascendant chart, if Sun is carrying the highest degree and it becomes your Atma Karaka, so in the D9 chart, you have to see in which zodiac sign your Atma Karaka planet from the main ascendant chart is placed. So let's say for example, if in the D9 chart, your ascendant is Cancer, and Sun being your Atma Karaka from the main ascendant chart is placed in the 3rd house in the Virgo sign. So you got to know that the Virgo in the D9 chart is the sign where your Atma Karaka planet is placed. So now just close the D9 chart. We got the Virgo sign, which we have to figure it out. So now in the main ascendant chart or the D1 chart, what you have to do is that wheresoever planets are placed, in whichever signs they are placed, they will remain like that only. All what you have to do is that the sign in which your Atma Karaka planet in the D9 chart is sitting, that sign in the main ascendant chart, you have to make that as your ascendant. So you will shift your chart and you will make the sign in which your Atma Karaka planet is placed in the D9 chart in the main ascendant chart. Now forget the D9 chart. You make that sign as your ascendant. And now you have to see where the planet with the second highest degree Amatya Karaka is placed. So if your Amatya Karaka is placed in the third house, your career could be in the lines of the sales, media, marketing, content creation. If it is in the fourth house, it could be land, property, real estate, building material, construction. Fifth house, it could be connected to the fields of mass media, entertainment. So that is how, guys, you can do the analysis. This is one more video in the pipeline or in the playlist of doing a successful career assessment in our charts. Whatsoever will be your contribution, your comments, basis that I will see that do I have to make another video on this ongoing discussion or not. So for further more updates and notifications on the divine science of astrology, please subscribe to my YouTube channel and like my Facebook page. Thank you.